In today's video we will discuss the top 10 underrated players in the NFL. Please make sure you subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. New videos release every Monday through Friday. If you are a fan of football, these stats are for you. Number 10. Detroit Lions, edge Charles Harris. Once a former first-round pick starts being labeled a bust, it's very difficult for them to get recognized for the player they may ultimately become down the line. Harris was the number 22 pick overall for Miami in 2017 and notched just 3 sacks for the Dolphins. For Detroit back in 2021, however, Harris tallied 8 sacks, 52 pressures and a 78.7 PFF pass rushing grade in a career year. If that's the player Harris has become for the Lions, he's far better than the one lingering in people's perception right now. Number 9. Las Vegas Raiders, running back Josh Jacobs. The Raiders elected not to pick up Jacobs' fifth-year option, doing the same for their other 2 first-round picks from that season. It was, by any definition, a pretty disastrous first round for the Raiders, but Jacobs shouldn't fall into the same category as the other 2 players. He has actually been a very good running back in the NFL, but injuries have hampered him and, more importantly, the Raiders' offensive line has fallen apart, which makes his chances of success much smaller. Jacobs' breakout last season was bright spot for a team that had inconsistent coach and QB all season. Now Raiders are faced with another bad decision, since they did not pick up Jacobs' fifth-year option. They might have to franchise tag him and pay even more. Number 8. Seattle Seahawks, safety Quandre Diggs. Seattle traded multiple first-round picks to secure Jamal Adams from the New York Jets, but Diggs has been the better player for the team since that move. Diggs may not have the physical profile of Adams, he's 4 inches shorter and at least 10 pounds lighter, but he owns an impressive history of good play in coverage. Diggs began his NFL career as a slot cornerback before transitioning to free safety, and he still has some matchup flexibility because of that early experience. Number 7. Denver Broncos, safety Justin Simmons. Simmons is one of the very best safeties in the game. He posted a career-best 90.7 PFF grade in 2019 that really set the bar for how good he could be, and though he hasn't quite repeated that season, he has been consistently impressive since. Simmons is an excellent free safety with the range to make plays in coverage, but he also impacts the run game far more than most at the position. He is averaging more than 25 defensive stops across the past 3 seasons, far more than a typical free safety. Number 6. Dallas Cowboys, edge Demarcus Lawrence. Lawrence is widely regarded as an excellent player, but he doesn't get the full recognition he deserves because his high-pressure totals haven't resulted in the usual number of sacks. League-wide, around 15% of pressures convert into sacks, but that number has been just 12.3% for Lawrence over the past years, and 11.1% in 2021. Generally, there is little in the way of a skill in finishing pressures and getting to the quarterback. Rather, that data point is more heavily driven by variance and other factors. Effectively, Lawrence has been unlucky when it comes to sacks over the past few seasons, but before that, he had back-to-back years with 13 or more sacks. His lowest PFF grade in the past 5 seasons is 86.2. Number 5. Chicago Bears, wide receiver Darnell Mooney. If you polled only Bears fans, Mooney might actually be a little overrated, but they have good reason to be optimistic about their speedster receiver, and he does appear to be a lot lower in everybody else's consciousness. Mooney has dropped just 4.1% of catchable targets in Chicago and possesses the kind of speed and quickness combination that scares defenses at all levels. If the team can put a viable offense around him, Mooney could quickly see his production jump to meet his potential. Number 4. Carolina Panthers, tackle Taylor Moton. One of the very best right tackles in the game plies his trade on one of the worst offensive lines in the game. Moton was the lone pillar of quality play on a disastrous Panthers line last season, and it seems likely that he would be more highly regarded if he played on a better line in recent seasons. Over the past 3 seasons, no tackle has played more snaps than Moton's 3,162, and his 84.8 PFF grade ranks among the best right tackles in football over that same span. Number 3. Buffalo Bills, Micah Hyde. Buffalo's safety duo has long been among the league's most underrated players. Hyde has flown under the radar relative to his performances for his entire NFL career while playing for two different teams. Since moving to Buffalo, he has one season with a PFF grade lower than 79.5 and no below-average years at a position where it's difficult to maintain excellent performances. He has consistently been an elite coverage player with the versatility to move around in the secondary and allow that Bills system to function. Number 2. Baltimore Ravens, safety Marcus Williams. It's unfair to Williams that he's forever attached to the Minneapolis Miracle as the player in the wrong place, at the wrong time and doing the wrong thing while Stefon Diggs trotted into the end zone to steal a win, and it probably taints his league-wide perception. Overall, Williams has been a phenomenally consistent player in the NFL, earning an overall PFF grade of at least 74.0 in each season of his career. In years of play have seen him earn an 84.3 plus coverage grade, and now he goes to a defense in Baltimore with the potential to maximize his coverage skills and overall impact. Number 1. Los Angeles Rams, defensive end Aaron Donald. Yes, you read that right. No matter how good you believe Donald to be, chances are the data says he's better. Donald is redefining pass rushing from an interior alignment. Edge rushers generate significantly more pressure than their interior counterparts. They may have further to travel to get the pressure, but they have more space to work with and much more of their rush takes place out of the quarterback's field of vision. Donald doesn't just rival any edge rusher in the league for pressure, he exceeds them all. Over the past seasons, Donald leads all pass rushers in pressures by 32 from the next best mark. He has a pass rush win rate of 23.2%, which is also the best mark in the league. These are the top 10 underrated players in the NFL. Please comment below, do you agree with these 10 underrated players or should there be others that should be on the list? Let us know in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe to the Top 10 Jaw-Dropping Facts channel. And new episodes release every Monday through Friday.